It's one of those days. I don't think I did a video on episode 3 for the Halo show. Not a whole lot happened. It's been a minute. I took a step back, had some things I had to take care of. And then I watched episode 4 about for the past hour. Let me tell you, it's one of those days. That's some shit whiskey. So, let me catch you up on what happens in episode 3. So, they talk about the Visegrad relay from Halo Reach. Comms have gone down. They send out a Cobalt team of Spartans to go and find out what happened, right? Chief goes AWOL again. He's talking about trying to get his armor back, and they go to Visegrad. Turns out, where's Cobalt team? That sort of thing. Kai talks to Ackerson, who she's like, send me out instead, Chief, because Chief is mentally unwell. And I'm like, great, we're going to have a Kai show. And then the only good scene I liked out of episode 3 was Ackerson, actually, where he's talking to his dad about what's going on with Reach, and that basically Reach is going to fall. It's going downhill. And so his dad was talking about, I made this bridge, blah, 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 way back when. And make sure I die before they kill me. I'd rather go out on my own terms. That's what he's talking about, basically. Soren goes out and he gets captured. Quan Ha rescues Soren's wife by basically killing everybody on the ship. And what gets me is that this is Reach, okay, canonically. This is the military powerhouse of the UNSC. And they start attacking Reach. And so in episode 4 we get a bunch of stuff going on. Watching this episode, I am physically ill. I got a lot of things I've got to say. I got a lot of things to get off my chest. This is fucking ridiculous. The show is garbage. This is worse than garbage. It's insulting to any fans of this franchise. So Chief meets up with Perez. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the gay guy. Gay Spartans. The blind bald dude that talks to the other girl, Riz. Turns out he's gay, whatever, don't really care, and blind. And she has dinner with him and his partner. That's when Reach gets attacked. So Chief meets up with Perez, and her house with all of her family ends up getting bombed. She's going after him. And Chief is like, no, stop, no, don't go, leave them, they're gone. Chief, get your fucking armor, go. The Reach as a planet's under attack. Reach City, because that's what they called it. It's under attack. Go get your shit. This fucking Marine wants to go off and find her family. Let her do it. Just let her go. You have more important things to attend to. All right? When Soren was captured, they put him in the same prison cell as Halsey, where you had all of the dying Flash clones. And this guy's been chasing Halsey for a while, so much so he chases every small, insignificant lead that might be around. And when he finally finds Halsey, he could do anything. It's like, okay, this whole season's been building up what he's going to say to Halsey. And all he says is, you're shorter than I remember. He even mentions it. He's like, I have thought about this conversation 1,000 times. And what does he say? You're short. Great. What a wonderful payoff. That's exactly what I was looking for. Chief fights some elites. I gotta skip through some of this because there's more important things that happen towards the end of this episode that are just wild. All right. Chief's running with Perez. They go into this old-timey shop where this lady's like, I got some old shit from the 2000s. This is an axe. They used to chop wood with it. No shit. He links up with the other Spartans who also don't have their armor. If you're at base, why didn't you go get your shit? I understand, Riz, maybe she was having dinner with the blind guy, which, by the way, they gave him a grenade launcher. The blind man a grenade launcher. She's linked up with him. Vanek showed up and he doesn't have his armor. Why don't our Spartans have any armor? That's what they train with. That's what protects them. They're just wearing t-shirts and vests and running around. I get it that they're super soldiers, but come the fuck on. Reach City's getting attacked. I see a warthog, but where are the ODSTs? Where's the fleet? Where's the Scorpion tanks? Where's the resources that the UNSC have to defend Reach City, what is supposed to be the big city of their military planet? Where is everybody? All I'm seeing are a bunch of infantrymen with assault rifles. All right? Where is everybody? And we find out later, by the way, and it's fucking insane. And so Chief's like, he tells all the Marines to fall back. And they're like, where are we falling back to? And he goes, wherever you're needed, just not here. It's like, this is where the fight is. This is where they need to be. I don't understand why you're making them fall back. The blind guy ends up using their grenade launcher, effectively. I think he fires a shot and it kills a bunch of elites. So, of course, with all of this gunfire going on, the man, can't see. And now he probably can't hear. But he's still firing accurately, but, it's whatever. And there's a bunch of contrivances that show up. The elites don't have their energy shields. What is, canonical in this show? I understand that they're deviated from the source material a bunch, obviously, and that it's its own canon. But you see elites getting shot and their shields are up. Then you see elites getting shot and their shields aren't up. And it's like, pick one, guys. What do you have? You either have shields or you don't. Let me know. I need to know this. Is it that only the cloaked elites have shields? Or is it, how is this set up? I don't understand. You need to explain this to me, show. If not properly with show, don't tell. But still, they put us in a situation where they're like, we need to start seeing some bodies drop. We need to start seeing characters die. And they set up the perfect, contrived way to kill the blind guy. All right, he dies. Spoiler alert. All right, I'm explaining the episode to you. The previous episode, we have dinner with this guy, and you see his partner. Right, this fight happens, and the partner obviously just ends up getting shot when everybody's trying to escape. Riz looks at him and it's like, oh yeah, the dead partner. As soon as she jumps out the window, that's when he's asking for where his partner is. He's like, where's my partner? Where is he? I think his name was Damien or something. Like, where's Damien? For one thing, you can't see, so he wouldn't know that he wasn't here. And it's right after we get the scene that he's dead. As soon as we see that he's dead, that's when he starts asking for it. Okay, so that's obviously just shoehorned in. And then he's got the grenade launcher, obviously, so he's got a bunch of artillery on him. Immediately after we find out that Damien's dead, a Wraith shows up. I think for the first time in this season, a Wraith is here. So what do we have? We have a huge artillery force on the Covenant side, and we have a guy that's got nothing to live for since he's blind and he lost his partner, and he chooses to die. So of course he runs out at the Wraith with his grenade launcher, blows himself up, and saves everybody. So great way to just kill off a few characters within 30 seconds. It's just completely shoehorned in. It's like, oh yeah, everybody, these guys are dead, by the way. We just, we need these guys to be dead so they don't show up in the plot later. So we're just going to kill them here. And here's the big one. So Halsey and Soren are trying to escape because Reach is falling, right? Reach is fucked at this point. And she's escaping with Soren, and she goes to find Cortana. And Cortana's like, hey, yo, you need to leave. Run. And who is there to capture Cortana? Bitchface McKee. Not McGee. Bitchface McKee. McKee, the character, is alive in Oni and just took Cortana. And then Soren pulls, Halsey back and they run. What? What? What the fuck? Again, the military front. This is the military, bedrock of the UNSC. And this chick walks in with an elite and grabs one of the most important pieces of technology humanity has. How? Why? We don't know. She just shows up. It's just it's like a bad soap opera, who's behind Cortana? It was McKee all along. She's here. She showed up. What a plot twist. It's like, you didn't work for that. You didn't earn that twist. We don't know how she got there. We just found out she's not dead. So she runs off with Cortana. Halsey and Soren go the other way for some fucking reason, although I'm pretty sure Soren can take down one elite. Because that's all we see. It's like, what happened to the fucking Cole Protocol?
Protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship.
You know, a shipboard AI, losing one of those is absolutely unacceptable. They could find out all the information they need to know about us. Turns out, you know, they find out about what happened with Visegrad Relay. Cobalt team is dead. You know, one of the whole things about Spartans, you know, Spartans never die even though they die. I get it. But they just announce it. They're like, oh yeah, Cobalt's dead. It's like, oh. Okay, sure. Just a whole squad of Spartans die. No need to know how. Admiral Keyes lets him know that. You know, they're like, oh yeah. By the way, Cobalt's dead. It's like, who would have thought that, you know, Spartans were so easily killed? Keyes tells Chief and his squad, so they rendezvous at this main base hub of Reach. And he tells them that Ackerson took their Spartan suits, their Mjolnir armor. And he's like, where are our suits? And it's like, Ackerson took them when Oni and everybody pulled out. And it's like, did you just leave the Spartans to die, like, without their armor? Did you just leave them here? An abandoned ship? Did you abandon Spartans? I'm sorry, what happened to, you know, using Spartans to go to the Visegrad Relay? What happened to that being a...
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources.
A squad of Spartan 3s, let alone. Sending them out to go and find out something about the comms array was regarded as a misallocation of resources, right? You're going to abandon this planet. You're going to take the Mjolnir armor from the Spartan 2s, and you're going to leave them here. Are you retarded? Because that's retarded. Your military hub, you're just abandoning completely. And you're leaving some of your most valuable resources just to die, just there. Just going to leave them there. And so they make a reference to 300, where they try to box in all these elites on a bridge. They keep doing these long shots of Perez or somebody having, you know, the PTSD, where it's like this long pan of Perez just staring off into space, looking at all the bodies and all the people that are injured. It's like, I always call back to Halo Landfall, where, yeah, shit was rough. People were dying. People were getting shot left and right. But you know what? You sucked it up and you got shit over with. At least give us a good season of people doing their fucking job before you start talking about all the PTSD that comes with this shit. That's supposed to be after the fact, all right? We don't need her. We don't need this long shot of her just standing around not knowing what the fuck to do. It's like, do your job. Do your shit. I know this is bad, but for a story's sake, it's better to show the action. I mean, look at World War II movies, or like Saving Private Ryan. It's like they do the shit, they do all the awesome stuff on D-Day, right? They do the badass shit, and then they have their quiet moment later on when they're talking about the battles at B. But the show just keeps showing it over and over again. Oh my god, war bad. It's like, I get it. Can we just watch some of the fun fighting? Can we get to the good part of Halo? Admiral Keyes goes and does this announcement. He basically does this big speech to rile everybody up. And he basically tells them they're all going to die. Now, I don't know if you guys watched Godzilla -1. Fantastic movie. But they talk about situation that's similar. They're like, hey, this is a very risky thing. We're going up against this giant creature. And there's a possibility that a lot of us will die. But it's better to do something than to do nothing. He gives everybody an option. You can opt out if you want to. You can leave if you want to and save yourself. But we need your help right now. But he's not going to ask the world of these people, right? He's not going to ask just these regular civilians to lay down their lives unless they choose so on their terms. In this show, he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, you're all going to die. So you will be remembered, though, as awesome people. and you have these shots of everybody getting motivated, a bunch of chicks here and there, and I was a bit surprised by it. It seemed pretty heavy-handed, the amount of women they had in the show. It was a bit much, okay? It felt a little heavy-handed because I didn't think there would be that many female Marines on Planet Reach at this given time. Whether or not you want to argue if that's woke or feministic or whatever, I don't care. It felt a little pushed. Like almost every shot that was a close up of a character was a chick just going, "Oh yeah, we're gonna die and we're gonna die fighting," and it's like, whatever, bro. Okay, that I feel like if he gave the Marines an opt out and maybe some of them do leave, I feel like that would have given more sentiment to what was going on. He's basically saying we're gonna die fighting on this hill, just like in 300 or the 300 Spartans. Want to die boots on the ground, but if you can leave, if you want to leave, you have the opportunity to, and then you have the you give the Marines that option, and so all the Marines that stay, they're staying because they want to help. They're staying because they're going to put all the skin in the game for Reach, right? And it gives them more motivation for that. They're there for that purpose. They're not being forced there. Now it feels in this situation, the way the speech is done, it feels like they're forced there, and it's stupid. And then he talks about Master Chief. He's like, Master Chief's here, and he doesn't even need his armor. And it's like, any Marine looking at that situation is going to be like, no, I think he needs his fucking armor, guys. I think he needs his armor. And then they convince Keyes to go and leave the ship, leaving Reach, right? As they're fueling the last civilian ship, a bunch of jackals crawl up out of nowhere on the building, and I'm like, I'm sorry, did you not have people watching the perimeter? You have to make sure your perimeter is secure before you do anything, really. But no, the perimeter wasn't secure, and they weren't paying fucking attention, and so they get attacked. And Keyes is on the ship to take off, but somebody didn't pull the fuel line out, kind of like I think in, what was it, in Rogue One, he had the things weren't working, and he had to, couple the fuel or whatnot. In this, he has to pull off the tube, otherwise the ship won't lift off, which I think is stupid. He runs out to go and turn off the shit. The jackals all surround him, and instead of just stabbing him, they just kind of stand there, and he tells Perez to take off. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, no. There's no, I wonder what kind of contrived way he's going to get out of this one. How are they going to write it to where Keyes survives because he has to be there for Halo, right? He's the one piloting the Pillar of Autumn. I don't know how he does it, and he pulls out his pipe, which pissed me off because they're like, oh, the iconography. Remember, this is Captain Keyes' pipe, and he blows up all of the jackals, and the ship takes off. Halsey and Soren get blown back, and they survive. And so Keyes is dead. They kill Captain Keyes, Admiral Keyes, whatever. One of the most integral characters to the plot of Halo that we're not even at yet. What is happening in this show? They almost kill Master Chief later on. They get in another firefight, and this elite's taking on Chief. He's doing kind of a 1v1. Chief gets blasted by a plasma pistol, and the elite's about to go and slice down on him, and McKee saves him. She's like, no, don't kill him, not yet. Not to mention even the small things. Even the small things, Gibby. Like, Vanek pulls up a needler. He grabs a needler, right? And he's firing it semi-automatic. But then earlier, he's got a DMR, and he's firing it automatic. They didn't even search and look up whether or not the needler is automatic versus the DMR. They don't even know these things. Yeah, we're going to make the needler semi-auto. And one shard ends up hitting the elite. The elite takes it out and he stabs Vanek with one shard. And the shard blows up. That's not how needlers work. And what pisses me off is when I bring up these issues, anybody who made the show is going to make, oh, well, it's because this is a new canon, so we do things differently than the original canon. It's bullshit, is what it is. It makes zero sense. If you fire the needle into the elite, then it should have blown up. Maybe did he pull it out in time? How is it dependent on how long it stays inserted in the body if that's the case? Because the way needles normally work in the needler is that if you fire multiple ones into a person, because they're so close together, they explode. That's the way it works. Not in this show, I guess. So Vanek's dead, which was the one Spartan I actually liked. Keyes is dead, which is one of the one characters I liked. And now that's the end of the episode. I'm done. I'm done caring about this show. This killing Captain Keyes in the way that they did. The characters don't make sense. The show is bad. It's just not a good show. It doesn't make sense in the lore of Halo, which it's not supposed to, whatever. And it's just not a good show. Everything is contrived. Everything is fixed. If you have any problems, they fix it 30 seconds prior. Oh, we need the blind guy to die. How are we going to do that? Oh, well, we'll just kill his husband and we'll give him a grenade launcher. That way he can blow up a Wraith, and we're going to put a Wraith there. How do we kill Captain Keyes? Oh, well, we'll have a bunch of elites, or not elites, we'll have a bunch of jackals climb the wall and they'll just show up 2 minutes prior. Oh, well, he could still escape. He can jump onto the ship. Oh, well, we'll just have the fuel lines stay connected and he decides to go out even though he's a hyper important character. Plus, there's Marines on the other side of the building that could have unplugged it for them. They have comms. Every problem or every payoff that they try to have, they set up 30 seconds prior. Everything's contrived. The show is a mess. It is a writing mess. I don't understand why they would write it this way. They had a template of something that worked. This worked. Hey, this story works. People like this story. And they decided to do their own thing, and it sucks. And the thing is worse is that they make references to the old story. Like when Chief is or when Keyes is sending Chief out with the Marines to go and hold off in that little bridge area. He tells them to make it count. Like George on Reach when he destroyed the CSO carrier, which was a much better payoff. And I know somebody out there would probably argue, oh, well, the bomb was damaged when George set it up, so that was fixed 30 seconds prior. If all of Halo was like that, then we'd have a problem. Okay? But when that's everywhere in your show, you can't write. Go back to school or wherever you can. Write better stories, okay? It's all trash. I mean, I have like almost a page and a half of notes for this. It's just terrible. Don't watch the show. Anyway, this is shit. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, whatever. And I'll see y'all later. I'm exhausted. This is exhausting. Bye. Oh my god.